Most couples spend more time planning their wedding rather than planning their marriage. What is the difference? A wedding is a day, a marriage is a lifetime. Things can go wrong on wedding days, but things can get far worse in a lifetime. And it is with this that I speak about what is a marriage. It is important for us to realize that many of us pay attention to rather irrelevant things when we choose to get married, like planning for flowers, how we would look, etc. on our wedding day, rather than preparing for things that really matter. For example, how we would resolve conflicts if and when they arose. Why do I talk about this today? Because in the recent past, I've had people who've come to me stating that, oh, they put on a little weight and their wedding gown won't look as good on them. Or they're anxious that the sun will set before they do their dream walk towards the altar. And I smile because these are all superficial considerations and do not make a marriage. So as a professional therapist, what do I believe are some things one ought to look out for if we want a marriage which is healthy and successful? 1. A good marriage is one where there is a shared vision between individuals and between a couple. That means there is an individual goal that a person has and a couple goal, and with each other they set about helping each other to achieve them. Marriage is not about rescuing another. It is not about being a savior to another. It is not about helping each other do better in terms of illness, ill health, and what have you. It is a partnership of equals. It is a partnership of two adults who are a whole in themselves, and then they are attracted to each other to build a life together. So let's not look at marriage as something that is going to save us from a not so pleasant past, or something that's going to be a crutch for us for our present or our future. Marriage is about mutual respect and attraction, where none is doing another a favor and they're coming together to make a life of togetherness far more viable and pleasant. 2. Before we marry, I think we should ask each other, what is it that went wrong in our lives before we met? Why is this question a very important one? Because it indicates whether the person is taking accountability and responsibility for his or her part in problems. If they only blame the outside world or other people, then you know that this is going to be a big bugaboo in conflict resolution when your problems arise. Because that means the person will never accept his or her part in the problem and will always look outward rather than inward to see how he or she compounds and plays parts in difficulties and challenges which will definitely arise in a marriage over a lifetime. So, marriage is about accepting accountability and responsibility of one's own so that one can solve for whatever one brings to the table when one is in such an intimate relationship. 3. Marriage is about having an ability to discuss hard things. Money, religion, in-laws, how we want to live, luxuries, and what have you. These things do not sort themselves out. These have to be hard-nosely addressed and spoken about. Otherwise, they become big battles that come as life progresses. So I reiterate, marriage is a companionship of mutual trust between two whole adults. It is not anyone being a savior or a rescuer of the other. 2. Marriage asks for accountability and responsibility and asks each of us to take our part, or rather understand our part in the problems that ensue. And 3. Marriage is about having really hard conversations about things that matter. Many people are wondering why their wedding succeeded but their marriage failed. Because I believe if you want to have a pleasant journey till death do us part, it is important to focus on things that really matter and are relevant and not the superficial and the inconsequential. Remember, a wedding is a day, a marriage is about your daily life. If you like what you hear, please do hit the like button. Please do share my video, and of course continue to write to me at barkha@barkhachulani.com. Till next week, it's goodbye and thank you.